This is an ABC podcast.
Me bucko, Molly, no need to hang your jib like that. 'Tis a fine day of buccaneering ahead.
Carl, you sea dog. We've been swabbing the decks all morning under this hot sun. That ain't quite as fun as hauling in coffers of doubloons.
Great work. You're really mastering this pirate lingo, Molly.
I know, right? I think we're finally starting to fit in on Captain Redbeard's pirate ship.
The transition from podcaster to pirate is almost complete.
Avast me hearties! Let's spin this cog around for some bounty along the coast.
Carl, it's the captain.
But what's this? Molly Mad Eye and Scurvy Carl? You haven't finished swabbing the decks yet.
No, I mean... Nay, Captain, 'tis a big job.
Finish by noon.
Noon? There be no way to get this man o' war clean by then.
'Tis impossible, ye unsavvy whelp.
What did ye call me, boy? I agreed to take ye under my sails for this here voyage, with the promise of a full belly, plenty of spoils and sea shanties to fill your hearts. But on one condition.
Yar, I know, Captain, so sorry.
Look up there at that there sign hammered into the mast. Read it for me.
There be one rule upon this ship. Ye shall not swear without good reason. If ye do, the captain must punish ye.
But Captain Redbeard, who cares if we call someone an unsavvy whelp? Sorry.
'Tis a pirate swear word, that word. And ye too, Mad Eye, swearing on my ship. I thought ye better than Scurvy Carl.
But I was just...
Enough, or I'll be forced to discipline ye both.
But seriously, Captain, what's so wrong with swearing?
And how do we know when it's okay to swear? What even counts as swearing for a good reason?
Why are ye speaking with those funny voices? Ye both sound very strange with this here accent you're putting on. Yar, no matter. Time to lock these two up. Lads, lasses!
Commander!
Wait!
Enemy spotted!
Clap these foul-mouthed blackguards in irons.
Yeah! Get down!
We might see some scallywags walking the plank today. Yar!
Not the plank, Captain! Don't push us overboard just for a few swear words.
Today on Short and Curly, is it really so bad to swear? I mean, they're just words, right? Or are they?
Hello, and today you're listening to
Short, you're listening to Short and Curly.
Yay!
Short and curly! Curly, 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 curly.
Short and Curly.
Today's question about swearing is one we've had from so many listeners, including Ava, who asks how swear words get picked and why they're bad.
Not to mention Samuel and Maxine, who want to know why swearing's wrong.
And Imogen, who thinks it's hypocritical that adults and teenagers are allowed to swear.
But one thing's always the same. You lot seem to want to swear, and many of you do, even if it's in secret.
Hey, look! Our buccaneering brains trust have just come down from the crow's nest.
Hey, Brains Trust, do you ever swear?
Yeah, I swear, but I don't really say in front of little kids. I might swear because I'm angry or I'm excited, or sometimes if I'm nervous I might just be like, oh, and then just say something when I don't actually mean it. But yes, I do swear. More than basically the whole school, which I should stop.
For me, I don't really swear because I'm scared with my parents. If they find out, and if I see my friends or hear my friends swear, and I say, stop swearing, we're in school. Yeah, but if it's group chats, I can't because there's everybody in the group chat except me or some people, they swear.
I would never swear in front of my parents, but I do at school, especially in my friend group. I usually get excited, I guess. Well, my favourite swear phrase kind of would probably be yeah, because it just comes naturally, like when I'm getting chased in tag or something like that.
Mine is probably because it just goes with like any emotion, you know? Like you can be like, oh my gosh, I am so happy, or you can be like, I hurt my toe or something. So like it just goes with everything.
Yeah, I normally swear when I'm like nervous or when I've hurt myself or something. But it's not to offend anyone, it's just, it might just come out.
How come they get to swear without being locked up?
Well, while we're stuck here in shackles,
let's pause for a thinking question.
When the music begins, you can pause the show to think and come back when you're ready.
And our question is, think about your favourite swear word. You don't have to say it out loud though, unless you're alone. What is it about that word that you like? And do you think you should be allowed to say it whenever you want?
Hit pause now.
Yar, looky here, you two. Now that you've had some time to repent for your terrible potty mouths, have you finally learned to keep that salty talk away from our delicate pirate ears?
Delicate ears? We're pirates who plunder and pillage, so how come a few words like lily-livered sea bass or rum-ratting vagabond offend ye?
You're still swearing, I see. You've learned nothing yet. Listen, we do plunder and pillage, but we do it civil-like. We keep our manners about us.
Captain Redbeard, are you in there? Ahoy hoy!
Matthew Beard, cousin! Even though I'll never get used to that weird accent of yours, I'm so glad you could join us on this here voyage. Thanks. I'm so glad you offered at the Beard family reunion. I just love working in the galley. Pirate food is so easy to make. Every meal is just black coffee, rats, and porridge. Well, cousin, I'll leave ye with your uncivilized friends. Best get back to the poop deck.
Poop deck gets me every time.
I know. You know, the first time I heard my cousin Redbeard say poop deck, I thought he was swearing. It sounds rude, but everyone seems okay with it. Isn't swearing just the weirdest thing? So many rules, and so few of them seem to make sense.
Swearing is weird. Like, you can get in trouble for just saying a word, even if you don't mean anything by it.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, isn't it? Like, what makes one word a swear word and another word not a swear word? It's hurting my little brain.
And what about you listening? Think of a few swear words you know, and now try to work out what makes them swear words.
Hit pause now.
Hey, you two.
Oh, Matt, I'm really glad you're here because we're in pretty serious trouble and we could use some help.
The captain is threatening to make us walk the plank straight off this little old pirate ship and into the freezing ocean. And for what? For saying some words.
Swear words are some of the weirdest words going around when you really stop to think about them.
They're words that are rude or offensive. That seems pretty clear.
Well, sort of. What's different about swear words is why they're offensive. Think about calling someone stupid. That's offensive because it's saying something that hurts someone else's feelings. Now, think about swearing because you've just stubbed your toe. You haven't tried to hurt anyone, but it's still considered offensive.
Yeah, so why?
Why? Well, it's really only offensive because we say it's offensive.
Wait, Swear words are offensive because we say they're offensive? That doesn't make sense to me.
It is odd, isn't it? Like all words, swear words have a long history to them. What kind of people use the word, when they use it, how the word sounds, and what kind of thing the word describes are all part of what helps it become a swear word. But at a certain point, the swear word's power to offend depends on us believing it's offensive. Actually, I've got a story that'll help you understand exactly how weird and confusing swear words can be. Gather round, friends, as I tell you the tale of the little swear word that could. Once upon a time, a person went to the toilet, and it was a messy one. They needed a new word to describe the smelly messiness of it, so they decided to call it a cluster turd. The word sounded so harsh in people's ears, and the image that the word described was so gross in people's minds that they shuddered whenever they heard the word.
Can't do that!
Now, the little swear word that could was getting more powerful. And then it grew. Now, the word wasn't just being used to describe the stinky toilet mess. It was being used as a way of describing other things. Things people found bad or gross in ways that upset them.
Naughty! Oh no!
As time went on, the little swear word became more widely known as an offensive, unpleasant word. But at the same time, it became even more popular because it was a great word to describe the way people felt. And it was so useful for so many different purposes. Sometimes it was used harshly or angrily. Sometimes it was used to make people laugh or to shock them. And now, the little swear word that could was all grown up. But as time passed, the swear word got older. The more it was used, the more normal it became. It lost some of its power to shock, surprise, or offend. And these days, the little swear word that could looks more like an ordinary word. And that, my friends, is the tale of the little swear word that could.
Excellent story. I give it 6 pirate hats.
Yeah, but I still don't think I understand exactly what makes something a swear word.
Yeah, me either. I kind of think of it like this. Swearing is more of an art than a science. There might not be a perfect, precise set of rules that will perfectly explain which words are swear words or when it's okay to use them. It takes some judgment, some experience and wisdom to figure it out. Yar, wisdom and judgment. Things every pirate captain has in spades. Which is why I'm in charge of when ye can swear and who walks the plank for their filthy phrases.
Captain Redbeard, please don't make us walk the plank.
Help us help you, Redbeard. Tell us the right and wrong of pirate swearing.
Okay, I must be in a good mood today. We pirates use a few simple rules to figure out whether you have a good reason for swearing or not.
Okay, so break them down for us, Captain.
Okay, the first thing every pirate learns about swearing is that there be one swearing phrase that none shall ever be allowed to utter.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I cannot say it out loud. It's too outrageous.
So there's a word we can never say, but you won't tell us what it is. Not super helpful.
Rule number 2. You can only swear on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, but that's an obvious one.
Is it an obvious one? Never mind, keep going.
Thirdly, you cannot swear without warning those around ye first. If I'm going to swear, I wave my little flag to those around me.
What on earth? Why?
Some are sensitive souls. It gives them time to block their ears.
Holy mackerel.
And finally,
Okay, this one must be actually important.
you can only swear if you've passed your 18th birthday.
So it would always be bad for underage pirates to swear then?
Of course! Children are pure, innocent angels. They must never sully their gentle tongues with such rough words.
You know, kids actually do swear, and some of them think it's pretty silly that grown-ups try to stop them.
Yeah, Redbeard, I think it's time you heard from some real-life children and what they think about kids and swearing.
I think kids, I wouldn't say should be allowed to swear, but yeah, they could swear. But just not like words that aren't really offensive and that aren't really mean, like not really bad words. Like saying the F word, it's just a word. But words like worse than that, I don't think kids should be saying that.
Some of them are bad because they're assaulting people because of their race or gender or sexuality or stuff like that. And yeah, some of them are worse than others.
In situations, sometimes if it's like enjoy, like if you're like winning a game of sports, it's alright, but not too much.
Yeah, definitely it depends. Like maybe in your friend group, and if you're just joking around, like with the right swear words, not like any offensive ones.
I think kids should learn how to swear properly so they don't hurt people's feelings, and this is what you shouldn't do and this is what you should.
Most parents just think that it's rude to say those words and they don't want their kids going around in public saying those words. Yeah, I think, their worry is that, like, you're going to say it at the wrong time or at the wrong place, something like that, yeah.
I think it's just disrespectful. That's why parents don't want you to say it, because you could say it to someone that's like in their 60s or something, and it's just disrespectful.
In my day, the little uns knew to keep their heads down and their pistols up.
Anyway, Captain, hearing your weird, random, ridiculous rules, literally none of them make for a good reason to swear.
Molly's right, Red. None of your rules tell us anything about what is a good reason to swear. Swearing well isn't about following silly rules. It's about when and why someone swears. Someone can swear a lot, but still do it for good reasons. And someone else might not swear often, but when they do it really inappropriately. The question is, how do we become good at swearing?
Good at swearing? How could swearing ever be good?
Well, people can swear carelessly and thoughtlessly without thinking about how it will affect the person listening. And that is probably rude. But that doesn't mean all swearing is rude. Sometimes swearing might be fun or brave or be used to make a really important point about something that matters.
Right, so part of what makes swearing okay is about who is listening and whether they're going to be offended. If they're not going to be offended, then it's not a bad thing to swear.
That's right. And also, sometimes offending someone with a swear word is exactly what we want to do because they need a bit of a shock. Swearing is shocking, but it's not always bad to shock people. Sometimes swearing can be the best flipping thing you can do.
Okay, I think I'm getting it now. So just like sometimes it would be inappropriate to tickle someone or do a prank on them because it's the wrong time or place to make someone laugh, sometimes swearing causes shock in the wrong way or at the wrong time.
Wow. I wish I'd known that before my cousin's baptism.
What happened to your cousin's baptism?
Well, just as they were about to put some water on my cousin's head, I was like, "Get that water onto your legend."
Wow.
But it might be something you can learn from, Carl. Here's one last idea that a few grown-ups might not like. We need to practice swearing. Knowing when it's appropriate to swear is a lot like knowing when it's a good time to tell a joke, or to cheer someone up, or to offer them a hug, or dob on someone who's doing the wrong thing. Knowing what to do in these situations means getting good at reading the room and knowing how other people might respond. And that takes experience. That means we might need to learn how to swear by trying it out and sometimes making mistakes.
And now we've got time for one last thinking question.
Can you remember a time where you or someone you know swore and it wasn't received well? What happened or went wrong and why?
And if you feel like they can handle it, maybe ask an adult if they have any stories too.
Hit pause now.
So, our resident ethicist tells us we need to practice swearing. Did not see that coming.
Yeah, that's a big plot twist. Shiver me timbers, eh?
How dare ye?
Wait, Captain Redbeard, what's wrong with saying shiver me timbers?
The forbidden phrase. Ye cannot ever utter such foul words, especially on Tuesday.
Oh, come on. Shiver me timbers is fine.
Yeah, every pirate says it.
Not on my ship. Ye knew the rules and ye knew the consequences. Get them to the plank. They can follow their friends down into the deep.
Friends? Who else have you pushed overboard?
Why, just last night, Kyla Slavin, producer of Short and Curly, was sent overboard for eating rats she did not own.
I feel like she was probably doing everyone a favour.
Yar. Not to mention executive producer Justine Kelly, who was caught stealing porridge for her papier-mâché project. She's making a unicorn.
Well, she does love her hobbies.
In fact, for their insolence, I think we better push that scallywag Brains Trust over the edge too.
Oh, not fair. The Brains Trust never swear. Not Mariah, not Megan, not Dylan or Eldrick, and definitely not Lily. None of the students from Anula Primary School in Darwin ever swear.
This sounds kind of rad. It's going to be like a deep-sea pool party.
Push him off the plank!
No need, Captain Redbeard.
Let's get out of here, Momo. Cannonball!
Shiver me timbers, he does a good cannonball. Cannonball!
This has been an ABC podcast. Check out the ABC Kids Listen app. It's full of educational and entertaining audio programs.
Hey, we want to tell you about a podcast you might like, but it's not real.
Wait, what do you mean the podcast isn't real? Like it doesn't exist?
No, it's not real as in it's a story. It's fiction.
Maybe you could have just said that.
McElroy Uncovered is a fictional story series set in the quiet Australian town of...
Let me guess. McElroy?
That was such a good guess. It's about two 14-year-old friends who start to realise there's some really weird stuff going on in their town.
And so, they investigate.
It's perfect for listening to on long school holiday car trips.
Or just curled up with some headphones on the couch.
Absolutely. Check out McElroy Uncovered.
Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
And if you like it, tell everyone you know.
literally everyone.